Hello everyone and welcome back to Night Goes 49 as we play Banished, the Colonial Charter, the New Frontier mod. It's a little late, I'm taking a break from work, and I decided I wanted to record this because of all the views and all the support that I've been seeing, so thank you for that. Just want to say that a heads up. Let's jump on in. Citizens, we're at 762. Look at our graph for food, we're starting to slowly recover, and that's still a pretty darn huge priority for us. Now, we did just intake a ton of nomads. We are building a lot of homes, so we're going to let those continue to do what they do. Let's check out the trading post here. We already bought a ton of food with the amount of coats that we have, and I'm actually going to leave that alone for now. I could buy more food, but we're doing okay, and we're harvesting some things as well. Now, as we always do, I like to check inventory on our big trade items. So let's go ahead and take a look at cloth. Cloth is looking pretty good. Cotton is looking all right. Let's go ahead and take a look at leather and wool and make sure we're doing okay there. I think we were pretty behind on a lot of those, so it'd be good to actually get ahead. Well, wow, we have a ton of wool. Holy crap. That is so much wool. I think we did, and leather, geez. I think we did build a couple more of these. That's right, we did full coats and we did wool. I honestly think that we could do even more and continue to push this industry further and further, and that way we can get ourselves out of this little hole that we're in with food production. There we go. We'll build 3 more of those. Now, if we look over here, these key fisheries, we can actually employ a lot more people. You can have 5 people in these fisheries. So I'm going to go ahead and crank that up to 5. And we're just going to get everyone working these. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close that. And we will check on the... I overdid it on the fishing. We will check on the actual production of fishes in these nice little places here. So real quick, while we're here, let's go ahead and double check. What on earth? Seriously? Wow. An outbreak of dysentery. We'll be fine. Why? Did you guys see how far away? Holy crap. Okay, let's let these homes finish, and then we'll actually see where these guys are working, because these are going to be bad too. Jeez, that was horrible. That's going to get people killed doing like a death march. Man. Alright, we've got another farm here that we could do. What are we actually making right now? Chilies? Those are doing quite well. Cotton right there. Oak lettuce. Oak lettuce did well. That's good. Sugar cane, we don't need to do that. Wheat, and how are we doing on wheat? Let's make sure we're actually producing enough wheat to do flour. Yeah, wheat's doing really well. How's the flour output? Hardtack is at 5K. That's really good. Flour's really, really good. So we could start refining some sugars and making eggs, or corn, excuse me. Sugar cookies, I'm sorry. We could start making sugar cookies. Let's get rid of that guy. What's this guy do? Alright, they're good as well. Let's just let them move on. Now we do have these guys ready for hardtack, or ready to make hardtack with flour. So 1, 2, 3, 4, perfect. And we'll start evening out these jobs and everything. Let's go ahead and take a look again where these guys are working. They're right there. They're right here. Okay, looks like we're gonna run into some more. Wow, it's really cold actually. We're gonna run into some more fuel issues, so we need to build another brickworks to make some more charcoal. So yeah, I'm in this weird position where I think the food is recovering, but we have a massive influx of people, and the industry is being very odd right now. Our supplied goods are kind of capped out right now, so I'm going to go ahead and make those 20,000 so we don't have to worry about that anymore. They'll continually grab the things that they need. But yeah, it's just always this weird little balance, right? Like, look at these guys. They're really old. We had to stop building homes because we were just getting way too far ahead of ourselves. So it's always this weird little balance. I did play my own game for a little bit. I got the population up to about 1,000 just with massive bringing people in and doing even more industry than what we're doing right now with the coats. Look at how few coats we have right now. That's kind of crazy. Excuse me. And I still haven't perfected this. So this is all kind of, this is good. This is good to kind of figure stuff out. But I still haven't perfected what the balance is between agriculture, like, you know, the ranching, and just straight up industry for getting your food. So I'm still trying to figure that out. I think I've got a lot of good things that I have learned from it that I've started to stabilize, which is really cool. Now, something I did know, but I'm glad that I've started to figure this out. When you go to the third level of your mine and your quarries, they become like infinite. Like, you don't see any more of the marker here, like the percentage remaining. I think it becomes so large that it's like done. Like, you've dug so deep, you can just keep going. So that's kind of interesting that mechanic's in there as well. I didn't know it did that because I never really fully used that yet. Let's check tools real quick. We still have the, okay, tools are doing okay. We still have this lingering issue with people being sick. There's 2 people there. There's 2 people there. I have 3 physicians, and they're in pretty decent spots. I've got another one down here. Yeah, right here. So I don't think they're too far away. We'll just have to see. I'm not sure. All right. So where are all these guys working? Okay, good. That is going to be a ton better. Okay, let's go ahead and queue these up to be larger Tailor shops so we can get those working like they should. We'll do a lot of wheat. Or I keep saying wheat. We'll do wool, and we'll do leather. So we'll do hide and wool coats here too. Now, another thing that I noticed that I could start doing is actually doing more statues and stuff like that for like more generic trade instead of just allowing those to be here. Because look at that. In my other city, I did just coats. I didn't do anything else. And then I started having to bring in furniture to help with the industrial demand and bring in more food. It was kind of interesting. So we're going to definitely reach a bit of a point here with this Let's Play. But, well, actually, it's coming up pretty soon. So we're going to have to figure this out. We're going to have to keep building more, seeing what we can actually sustain. Kind of go from there. I'm trying to get these roads to, well, I guess that goes to a single. That's what's going on. All right. So 4 people are still sick, which is unfortunate. Excuse me. Okay, so we do have 2 town halls. That's right. We have 2 town halls that are supplying our demand for more nomads, which I guess that is one way that you could play. You could just bring in new people constantly instead of worrying about beefing up the housing all the time. So that's one way to kind of look at it, I guess. Now I want to go ahead and queue this to allow the farmers to harvest the goods and then the laborers to come pick it up, because it's a bit more efficient. Look at this. We've got good families coming in here. Those are all the nomads. We do have another brickwork, so we can get them working on coal. And we'll crank that out. Looks like we needed 2 there. That was really odd. But I think I've got the sugar boiler. That's the distillery. That's for crates. That's for barrels. This is the smithy. Bakery. Grain site. I thought I had a sugar boiler because I have some of these for sugar cookies. Yeah, there we go. These guys are doing cotton. So stone is low because we're building so many homes right now. Stone is low. We've got 15 people working this. We could have more, but I don't have any. I don't have any lamp oil. Now the reason that is I need to get the shipyard and the wharf going. The wharf will bring us whale blubber, and then we need the whale blubber to actually make the lamp oil, which we could build that production facility real quick. I think it's under food. Yeah, see right here, the oil press will actually press whale fat into lamps. Kind of disgusting, but that's what it does. So the whole components take lumber, rope, and linen, which I believe we already have those in place. Let me check. I know we have rope because we're bringing in flax, and I think we have linen because we're bringing in the flax as well and turning that into linen so that we could make the windmills. Yeah. Oh gosh. Hello. Yeah, we're good to go. Let's go ahead and get somebody employed here because we don't have any hull components right now, and we need hull components to build that up. So the reserve of stone is still really low. Let's see if there's any deposits that we could grab. before we freak out. Yep, there we go. There's a handful right there. There we go. We won't do too much. We'll just queue that up. So let's check these traders. Gonna get a lot of food from these guys. Very good. Jade statues, don't need. I was hoping that would just be jade. And we'll dismiss those guys as well for now. Alright. Not too bad. Do I have these guys queued up? Good, I do. How are these doing? There's so much food being brought in. I guess we could look and see if there's a lot of, yeah, like bison meat. There's not any bison meat. Beef, there's just a tiny bit. 500 is really not a lot. But we could look at, is it Sharky? That's the llama meat, and that's a little high, so we could actually build a butcher for that. And then what else were we looking for? Mutton, right? Because mutton is from the sheep. Mutton is from the sheep. Man, sorry guys, it's a little late. There's pork. A little loopy. Venison, meh, not very good. Where the heck's the mutton? I totally passed it up. I bet you guys are just like screaming at the screen like, seriously, Night Ghost! Oh, 1400. Yeah, so we've got plenty of mutton. So I actually could build another butcher. Right. Let's see, where are the sheep? There you go, sheep butcher. Wait, do I already have one here? There's a cow butcher. Let's do a sheep butcher. Right on the road, for good measure. We do have the oil press being built here. Whole components, they're going to start constructing those. Perfect. This is being built up. These grapes are going to allow us to creep into the whole wine press, the winery business. So that'll be good. Let's go ahead and make another storage barn right here, and we will upgrade that as well. Let's go ahead and check on these key fisheries. 600, that was about double what it was last year. It was about the previous year before this one was 300 something. We're only into summer, so last year we've already surpassed halfway through the year of where we were, so that's good. We do have, okay, so here we go. We have a pasture that has become infected with pigs, or the pigs have become infected. So what we need to do is transfer them. So let's find our open ranch. Where did we put that? Hide coats while I'm here. And these are going to be wool. Did we fill the ranch and not replace it? Ah, crap. Yeah, that's not going to be good. Oh, dang. That's not good, guys. Crap. That's going to decimate that entire population, and I don't know if it's going to spread now, because it may spread over here to the ducks. So we could just kind of plan ahead a little bit and build out another one of these. Let's do the transparent one. by 17, that's fine. We'll get it on 5-speed. 5-speed seems to be optimal for performance, and then also just general movement of the camera and all that kind of stuff. Because it starts to lag down when you have this many mods and all that running and working. It's pretty intense. So I'm used to having speed 10, but it really doesn't, there's like almost no difference except that it becomes a little choppy, which is not good. So these magazines are okay, but I'm not too sure they're the best situation because people like these silos have never been used. So all these little specialty things, I'm not too sure they're that beneficial. This dry storage, this one always seems to be beneficial. So if I could say anything, dry storage near your production facilities is really going to help out a lot. But all the other ones I'm not a massive fan of. Are we purchasing when merchant arrives? 2,000. Yeah, it's not too bad. Our production of coats is actually pretty poor compared to everything else. So we could do more. Oh, these just finished. So let's do, this one is full coats. And this one will do wool. There we go. So we basically have 4 of them up and running like they should. I think there was a 5th. Yeah, there's a 5th right here. And I think we'll do hide coats again. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So we've got a lot of people working in the industry. Do we still have people living in the lodging? We totally do. But because of the new homes, we're actually pulling on our food a little bit more. I have a feeling these grapes, the first couple of seasons, are just going to have to go to general food stock anyway. I'm hoping that these fisheries will start pulling in even more food. We're already at 800. It does take more people, which is kind of unfortunate. The regular fisheries, the fishing docks, seems to do a lot better with only 4 people. This takes 5, and they're not putting out as much, I think. But I could be wrong. Now, I did build this here so that these guys could actually have a quicker place to just drop off. So hopefully they'll end up doing that. Oh, we do have a key barn here because we built that to see what it looked like. Dang, that house has a lot of people. I feel like we're really missing out on the kids. Look, 78 kids, 120 students. We're definitely missing that. We have a pretty big generation gap. Let's go ahead and reduce that a little bit too between these kids. And I had to build these quickly so they're not the triple layered ones. They don't look quite as good, and I don't think they actually house as many people, but I could be wrong on that one. Let's build some roads in the middle just to make them look better. All right, let's go and check the charts here and check on our food production. Yeah, citizens are staying around the same because we had an influx of nomads and then there were some more kids, but we really haven't done any massive new developments. There's no new areas that we've really cranked out, which we've kind of used this space up here for the natural collection of gathering huts and hunting lodge or hunting cabins and things like that, because I panicked in that moment and tried to make sure that everyone didn't die. And so that's kind of why that's doing what it's doing. But these quayside houses actually might be some really good, like, shorefront property, some good real estate right there. In fact, real quick, let's check the bricks. We're 500 bricks. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna build a couple more of these, and then we'll probably call it good. Let's see, yeah, house. It only takes 10, but it does take some glass, which we are building. Let's get a couple of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Perfect. Let's check this fender. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. So the grapes are coming in, which is really good. Let's see what the harvest was. 500, meh. That we'll get a full season here shortly, and then we'll start actually being able to make wine and things like that. So that's kind of exciting to get that going. Full season pretty much for the fishery is about 1,000, so that's helping with the food. We're at 30, almost 35,000 for food up there. I think one thing that's really going to help us too is just finishing off all these roads. And I did a ton, and we did a lot of buildings, and that's why I'm like pretty much really low on stone. Another problem though is I can't upgrade the quarry because we need to get these hull components done and all that good stuff. So that's kind of where we're landing right now. A little bit of just kind of maintenance, figuring out how things are working. We may need to do a pass next time, just checking on optimization. Are we running out of coal? No. These guys are not supplying it like they should. Anyway, hopefully you guys are liking the town. I still haven't even delved into military and haven't delved into these precious minerals. I'm just trying to stabilize the cloth and maybe bring in furniture and food, just making sure the food's going to stabilize and things like that. So sorry if this is a little more low-key. I'm trying to stay a bit more quiet because I don't want Wife Ghost to get upset and be mad at me. Plus, I literally have to jump off here and do a little bit more work, which is kind of a bummer, but work's kicking my trash. Thank you, everybody, for all the support, all the thumbs up, the shares, the likes. When I'm at work, I check that from time to time, and it's pretty cool to see that. It actually kind of pumps me up throughout the day and helps me get that through the day. So I do appreciate that immensely. Like it's a pretty big deal to me. Look at that purchase. Nice. Get out of here. Let's go ahead and do one last check on the citizens, and then we will call this good. We did have a handful of people have died. Yeah, 766 stabilizing. Not too bad, but the food's going up. So I think we've overcome a bit of a hurdle, and we'll be able to start pushing forward and building more structured areas and things like that. I'd like to make more planned out zones and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm running long. Thanks everybody for all the support, and I will see you guys next time. Later.